Hey, what is going on, everybody? We're back. We're going to do a rank 3. We actually are. There's going to be a rank 3. I'm going to take some input. I have on call one of the smartest men in the Battle Realm, DLL. His channel is linked in the description of this video. It's also pinned. Honestly, for those of you who still have not, subscribe to his channel. Watch it. You will become better at this game. I promise you. I promise you. You can go back and look at like how I played when I first started my channel. And then somewhere along the way, DLL starts a channel. I able to watch it. And now I'm not terrible anymore. So go for it. How you doing, DLL? Thank you so much for being here.
I'm doing great. That was a royal introduction. Thanks so much.
Well, you know what it is? It's like you got to get better each time, right? So, and I've been telling people, I'm like, go watch this guy's channel. You will get better at this game. It is important. And so I got to step it up. I got to step it up because I see, although your channel has had tremendous growth of late.
It's doing good.
Yeah. So I think that's a thing. We're going to jump straight into this today because in 20 minutes, the All My Iron Men side quest is going to go live. And I do want to tackle that. I want to tackle that. It might tackle me. We'll see how that goes, but I want to do it. I want to do it. Before that, though, we're going to take a champion to rank 3. We've got the rank up event is live. The rank up event, or level up, sorry, is live. And I have some champions who I've been considering. There's no one who I'm like dying to rank up. This is not a Jeremiah. I see you coming in. This is not like a, I got Shang-Chi. I'm like, I'm taking this man to rank 3. This is what is happening. I don't have someone like that at the moment. And so I want to consider a couple other people. Before I go too far, though, I can't believe it. I forgot. It shows you how long it's been since I've streamed. Thank you for being here. Jeremiah, Insidious Rage, Topray, Jason Rushing, Simmerat, Felganos, what's up, dude? You're not going to be everyone for one start, but have a good day. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being here, man. Captain BT. Hywell? Hywell? I think it's Hywell. Let me know if I'm wrong, because that looks cool. Simrat PWF, what's up? R4 Expo, R4, go full Tej. Yeah, someone's got to do it. If TJ's not going to do it, someone's got to do it. So I like the attitude. Carl, what is up, my friend? And Jeremiah, thank you so much for the super chat. I have to let you know that, maybe we can consider Rogue. She was not in my considerations at the time, but that doesn't mean we can't have a wild card. We can't have a dark horse enter the race late and potentially win. And I just said we have the smartest man in the battle room on call. Maybe we'll see. So here's what we're dealing with, so everyone can understand. This rank up is, like I said, there's no one that I'm dying to rank up, and I also want to be smart with my resources. It's just something I like doing because I have the resources at the moment, and I've had them for quite a while. I have the ability to instant rank 3 any champion because of this right here. So I have a 1-2 that I've been holding on to. And I have a 2-3. And I just want that in case, like, for war, it's now Lizer. I'm very excited about that. In case Lizer's ever like, hey, dude, we really need this champion. It has never happened. I used to leave this open for Taters. He never once took advantage of it. But I kind of want to leave it there. Or, like, let's say Omega Sentinel is amazing, and I decide to go for her, and I get her. I want to be able to instant rank 3 her. So I kind of want to hold on to those.
We really need an Iceman today.
Yeah, right. That's the fear. Right? That's the fear. Is they're like, yeah, we need a nihilist for defense. You want to do that? And so I've got this 1-2 mutant that I'm willing to use today. Aside from that, though, any other champion that we're seriously going to consider for this rank up would need to already be at rank 2. So let me show you who's at rank 2. And the reason is because I don't have the resources in the catalyst to take a champion from rank 1 all the way to rank 3 today. I just don't.
That mutant gem there, is that unrestricted?
I think so.
Like there's not like a year or anything on that, right?
Yeah. Whew, you scared me.
Okay, cool.
You scared me. Are there gems like that? I
forget what's been in the game.
Yeah. No, I'm at that point too, where I'm like, I don't know anymore. I have to go and actually look. Aunt May is incredible. So let's look at who is actually possible.
So any rank 2 or any mystic, basically. Or any mutant. I don't know. The M ones, I mess those up all the time.
I do it too. I do it too. Or like champions, Like, I don't, whatever. But I'll do that too. I'll be in a war video and I'm like, I know I just misspoke. I'll try to go back and edit it, like with the type. But I think for the most part, people know if on the screen's Mr. Fantastic and I said Dr. Doom, it's Mr. Fantastic. All right, so the rank 3s end at Venom, which means the rank 2s that we can consider here are Guillotine 2099. Well, you guys can see, but we've got Guillotine 2099 down to, I believe it is Odin. Odin is the last rank 2. Masakure is a rank 1 with a very high sig.
Makes sense. Holy.
I know. I am considering, though, as we said, so those are all those options. If I was just purely going with like kicks and giggles, but my own self-interest, I would probably take up Miles. I did recently take him to rank 2. Gilly 99 is excellent. I would consider her. I just don't enjoy playing her. I would definitely consider Spider-Gwen, Anti-Venom, and Odin himself. He's an awesome champion, well worthy of rank 3. And then the just pure mutants, so you guys can see the pure mutant class. Here's what we're working with, and I'll show you this. He actually is getting to a decent sig, so he wouldn't be crazy. Yeah. But we've pretty much got all the mutants there except for Havoc. I'm not a mythic level player, so I don't have Wolverine X. But there's we go. I'd love for the chat to kind of like talk this out. DLO, I would love to know your thoughts. I know you didn't know we were going to be doing this until about 5 minutes ago. And then I need to change my masteries. That way we can tackle the All My Iron Man as soon as it gets started. Keep in mind, we do have a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Jeremiah, for Rogue. I'm open to the Rogue suggestion. And Carl's already making me laugh. He's like, Dreamin's on call? No, this is the other smartest man. The one that actually doesn't tell you he's the smartest.
Oh, wow. I missed that.
But other people...
Thanks for the shot, Carl.
Yeah. But other people will say he's the smartest man in the battle round.
I don't know if you know this, but Carl appointed himself my nemesis like a year ago.
Yeah, you guys used to go back and forth on the best cosmic champion, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
back before Hercules broke that wide open.
Yeah, Hercules was like, enough with this. You're done here. So what do you think, dude? Looking at all of that, and I already talked to Lizer for those who are like, well, you should check in with your BG leader. I did check in with her, and she's like, we've got it covered. You've got all of it covered. Like, don't, just have fun.
Did she? Sorry if this is uncomfortable, but did she say that she might ever assign Miles?
I did not specifically ask her about Miles. The message in essence was, hey, I'm going to take up a champion rank 3 on stream today because I think it'll be fun. I really don't have anyone I'm dying to rank up. Is there someone you want? And she was like, no, not really. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
What's the chat saying?
Everything.
Hawkeye? I don't think Hawkeye
is pushing hard for Hawkeye because that's his favorite champion right now.
He's not. My Hawkeye is not rank 2, so I don't think he's rank 1
this time.
Cap Sam, Carl. So I did some extensive testing. DLO was on call. I'm open to the idea he's good. Like I even saw the videos that Yusafa shared in our Alliance chat, and it was impressive. I'm gonna hold off. I just have this feeling about Omega Sentinel. I just have this feeling. And then they released a little bit of her abilities, and it sounds
one in particular.
Yeah, it sounds like she can do some things. I just full disclosure. That's the word. I did vote for her over Hercules. I actually wanted her to win. So this is a little bit of a like another champion I just really want to have in this game.
Oh, that's right. Toffrey did take his rogue to rank 3. We talked about that a while ago. Says cool, but a bit underwhelming.
Miles, what's the sig on yours, Toffrey?
That was rogue. Did I say Miles?
Okay. I don't know. You probably didn't.
Okay. And then we know that MP had one as well.
Yeah, but
he took him up in the middle of war.
I think in the you're talking about rogue now, right?
Yeah.
I saw that video, and something happened. Either there was a bugged interaction. I think it was because it was against Ma, right? And she wasn't reducing the time of Ma's falter. on her, which is a debuff.
Yes, and she also he also admitted he was playing it tactically wrong because he was reducing how much power he was getting back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And DL,
like
I think
the other rogue fights looked really cool, but yeah, that one was a bit rough.
Do I for tackling the variant, I don't need any specific, like I don't need to run any certain masteries, right?
No, you are absurdly over prepared for this. I literally did the entire thing with rank 3 Massacre, rank 3 Venom Pool, rank 5 Loot Cage.
Well, first time in my life I've ever been over prepared. This feels good. I'm ready. It's a new experience for all of us today. So
you have Domino and Nebula at rank 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
which is a nice segue into. We know this man is getting buffed. That has been confirmed. And I've got him awakened. And I do find myself sometimes running the Recoil Tree Masteries. I have a rank 3 Nick Fury. Those two together make non-suicide friendly champions kind of relatively friendly. I'm really tempted to do this. Now he'll benefit in variant 8, right? From being rank 3?
Right. And he also, even with outside of that, is one of the champions and the most realistic champion to trigger Venom Pool's regen.
That's right. I just did that video. God, that's my memory, guys. Like that's how it goes. I knew that like there's other synergies he has that I'm very excited about. I really liked Venom Pool. Like your guide was so awesome. Anyone who hasn't watched that, go watch it. Seriously, leave the stream, go watch it. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but it's true. What about anti-venom? Okay, so I think we should I think we should vote because I'm seeing the time and I want to do the Iron Man quest as soon as it comes out. I think we're down to here. Strife is already ranked 3 for me. Yusafa, are they still relevant? Doesn't everyone have at least... Oh, Yusafa. So that's a real whale, folks. That's a real whale. And I want you to know, he's a nice one. He's a very, very nice one. He's a pretty awesome dude, actually. So I think here's what we're down to. We're down to anti-venom, Odin, Deadpool X-Force, sounds weird, and Miles, and Spider-Gwen. Those are the ones. If we could get a vote, like if you're cool with it, just put it in the chat. Who between those 5? I think we just said 5. So Spider-Gwen, Miles, Deadpool X-Force, Odin, and anti-venom. And we'll leave it open for about 2 minutes, and I'll take one up, and then we'll do the All My Iron Men, or I think that's what it's called. Get the lucky hat and put the names in and pull one out. Ooh, that would be a good idea. Should we do that? But people are voting. I already said vote. Do a poll. How do you do a poll? That'd be a great thing to do. Yeah, look at that. It's not that hard.
Hey, work.
I'm just seeing. Oh, okay.
Work is a little sensitive about his whale credentials these days. He dropped out of the top 100.
Sorry if that laugh was a little evil.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I am voting for Deadpool X-Force purely, like, for shits and giggles.
Oh yeah, and I know, guys. Like normally, I take this step. There should be a poll. Did the poll go out?
Yes.
Did I forget someone? I forgot someone. Who did I forget?
Anti-venom.
Sorry, guys. We're gonna do this one more time. This is my first time here. This is my first time doing this. Who to R3? People are like, I already voted. Deadpool. Venom. Actually gonna remove. God. Oh gosh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. One last time, I can do this. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. We're just seeing. Let's just stick with what's in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of anti-venom. Seen a lot of
Seen an
anti-venom.
awful lot of Odin too.
And 2. There's a few miles. I'm seeing very little Deadpool X-Force.
He was doing well in both of the polls, but that was a total of 4 votes. So
Thank you for becoming a member, Carl. At my most old man Vega and technology fail, thank you for saving me. Thank you. Seriously. You know what? The vote seems split. I ran about 4 different polls, none of them complete. We got Zach here. Zach is a member and Carl's a member. Zach and Carl, who do you guys want to see?
guys, we are looking at the chat.
Yeah.
But if we see 12 anti-venom votes from 2 people in the space of 14 messages, it does kind of blunt it.
Okay, Zach voted Odin. Carl, who you going for, buddy? Hopefully Carl's still there. Read my last. All right. The members have spoken. The members have spoken. They both want Odin.
All right, then.
He is
that's
awesome.
Definitely a very good
He is awesome.
pick.
Yeah.
We were talking just earlier about using his pre-fights to take the buffed up lane in map 8 and how sometimes those pre-fights will fail, which obviously stinks, but like I take those with rank Odin or with rank 3 Odin, and like the 2 times they failed, I've just been like, all right, I'm doing the rest of the path with Odin.
That's because he himself has the ability to do buffed up, right?
Right. And he's just so good, it's not a problem. I use him for about half of them anyway. Because I had Venom Pool in War earlier, I actually did that lane with Odin and Silver Surfer once this week. It was fun.
Do you think it's pretty cool, too, that I have an Odin expert on? Slaymon. Slaymon kind of was talking through... Thank you, everyone who voted, by the way. I really do appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. And it was actually kind of fun to mess up the poll. I didn't do it intentionally, but I enjoyed showing how bad I am with technology. Slaymon was talking about his next rank 4, and one of the things that he really was differentiating between was like being proficient or good with the champion versus being a master with the champion.
Right.
And I had never really thought that through, but it made a lot of sense to me. And like I was doing my last war video, the kind of like cleanup of the season, and I had taken so many champions, and I was like, I don't think I'm a master with any of these champions, like any of them. I'm good enough to have won fights and soloed fights and some mini bosses, but I would not have called myself a master on any of them. I kind of want to do that. Like, I mean, how many champions do you feel like you've mastered? You seriously think it through and don't be humble, please.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, Reed and Killmonger are the top 2. I think I'm still willing to give myself hype. It's been long enough that I'd say magic has worn off.
Yeah.
Claire. I will happily claim that one. Torch. I think I'd claim Apocalypse. It's been a while since I've been really serious with him, but like I did some stuff that I was very proud of in the Gauntlet with him. Maybe Guardian? He's fairly simple.
Hey guys, I'm interrupting you just for a second. We're not really going anywhere. I just need to refresh the game. Be right back. Yusuf is saying he's mastered magic. I think there might be a bit of humor in there. Carl, one and only for me, Mole Man. Mole Man is a tough one to master. I realize some people are going to be like, you've got to be crazy. He's one. When you're having to keep in mind, you're taking those war fights, or there's some paths in questing where there's enough debuffs coming, I think you actually kind of do have to know how you're going to get rid of your monster mass and keep that going. I actually think that is a great champion to master.
Because he started using him in AQ pretty much every day when he wasn't bringing him to war.
Yeah.
And then he pretty quickly said, like, okay, now I feel like I got this. Now I feel like I can take Mole Man fights basically anywhere he's appropriate and not worry.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. And even just like, because I know some people are like, oh, you got to always bring the synergy with Guardian. Sometimes you actually don't want it. Like, it can be great, but there are times where you actually don't want it. And is it Will? I think Will has mastered Drax. So congratulations. I appreciate the humor. That was awesome. All right. All of my Iron Man. Not just one of them, all of them. All of them.
I think that is pretty much the list, though. And that's not long, given how many people I play on a regular basis.
Why is it not? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let's see what they have in store for us. I see a Mojo, who can be...
Hopefully it's one that Negative can take, because you said you saw... you haven't seen the most recent one, but I proved that I am definitely closer to proficient than a master with eggs.
Oh, yeah.
If even proficient.
Well, yeah. Each time the attacker lands a successful parry, they gain a fury. All right, I like that. Additionally, the attacker gains 200% attack rating while the defender is stunned. I feel like there's going to be something wrong there, because that just seems too, like...
Well, if he has anti-life field, the parry lasts 1.5 seconds. That's the problem. And then you degen.
Okay. Every 12 seconds, whichever champion has the least amount of power is fate sealed. Okay, so that's just something we try to play around, right?
Yeah.
Redouble determination for each debuff the defender gains.
And that's it?
There's got to be more.
Okay, so Miguel will not have any problems. Negs probably does quite well.
Okay.
I mean, and Torch with the pre-fight doesn't trigger redouble determination. So yeah, I think people are not going to have a problem with that. I mean, it's a big Mojo, so like if you don't have counters ranked, then I'm sorry, but
yeah,
they didn't make it too bad.
The actual path to get there, it looks like is it just one path, or is that two separate paths?
It kind of looks like one.
Yeah, it's just one long path. And there's some tough defenders on there. Jabari, who can be difficult.
Oh, no, wait, you start in the middle. Never mind.
Okay. Let's, I guess let's jump in and do it. Do you guys... Let's try Negs, Mr. Negative. Because he should be fine, right?
Yeah.
And then, do any of those Mystic Champions have the love synergy? Any of the good Mystic Champions, do we know? Does anyone have that available? Can pull up Aunt May. I actually don't know this.
Scarlet Witch, but that's...
The 5-star?
Yeah.
Or should I just play around it? I feel like it'd be better just bring in a good team.
Tigra has it.
Me and Tigra, I don't always... I think I'm just going to try to play around it. I'll just bring in a kind of amazing team and see what happens here. What did we need? We needed a Mystic. Let's bring in Claire. And I felt like I saw someone who I would want to armor break. So I've heard good things about Null. All right. That team looks good, right? I think that looks like a good team.
Yeah.
The worst thing that happens is we find out it's not. I'm just gonna have to remember not to armor break or not to stun. That always got me because I never had the patience to find the romance synergies. Herc has a romance synergy. Yeah, I guess I could bring him in, but he doesn't have an armor break.
That's actually how I was doing the lower difficulties. I was just like Apocalypse, Cable, Wolverine, Hercules, and I was just using Horseman Wolverine for everything.
That could be fun. Let's see how this goes. If because streaming and talking ends up making gameplay hard, we'll go back and we'll bring in a romance synergy. Let's have fun with this. What's up, Meta? Thanks for being here, man. Oh, I'm not going to be able to parry Mojo without the romance synergy, am I?
Right.
Yeah, maybe we want to rethink that. Maybe we want to rethink that. All right, let's bring in Herc. And we're totally redoing this. We'll bring in Hercules and Wolverine. Thank you for the shout out on that. That was very helpful. Where is Wolverine? And I guess we can still bring in Miguel, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I need Cap Infinity War. That's what it is.
Oh, for Herc, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll leave Mr. Negative. He's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. As much as it would be fun to bring my rank 4 Miguel, who crushed an off-season war, and there were no one was placed with recoil, which made me a very happy person. I want to get that out because he just crushed it. I mean, so many fights. By the way, if there's a compensation next season, still no comp. Yeah, when's that compensation coming? Not for nothing, but
I've been trying not to think about it because like that does make you happier when it does come in, but it's crossed my mind a couple times the last few days. It was like, really? Still?
Why did my parry not stick?
Because I think the first time they're still immune, and that's when you gain the Fury, and then you need to do it again.
Got it. As you can see, I never brought in the synergy.
I went Herc, Wolverine, Negs, Hawkeye, Tiger.
Why don't Torch for Medusa or Rogue? Oh, that would have been a good one too. So many good ones. So many good ones. All right, let's try to. I'll try to just get Herc ramped up a little bit because why not? Oof, that's not good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized somebody asked me a question earlier. I'm going to scroll up to that. So Johnny Pants asked rank 3 Claire or Reed. And I think earlier I saw you mention you're on path 1 normally in war. Honestly, either. Because Claire can definitely handle that vigorous assault node and vigor for a lot of champions. She has her immunities. Reed can handle a lot of people on buffet, can handle vigor, can also handle vigorous assault. Because Claire is better for masochism because it feeds mystics, but you'd have to be a little bit careful with her. Either of them are going to have some weaknesses along there. I'll let your masteries decide. If you have Petrify maxed, then I would say Reed. If you don't have Petrify, but you have Mystic Dispersion maxed, then go Claire. Something along those lines.
For anyone who's not familiar, this is DLL on call. His channel is pinned. It's also linked in the description. Amazing channel. Amazing, amazing channel. I cannot recommend it highly or higher. Highly enough? Higher. What am I trying to say?
More highly. There we go.
Thank you.
It was taking me a second too.
I'm realizing because I used to kind of blame my my streaming phone is a little bit older than my my just regular play phone, and I'm realizing something. I think it's actually a little bit smaller, and it's weird. It's feeling odd, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I'll actually be. I think there was a single fight I didn't put in that 3 a.m. video, as you called it, and that's because that was the one I was dumb enough to try doing on my phone while in the car. And like it was not going well in the first place, and then the reason it didn't go well is because I missed the special button.
Oh wow.
And that was it. So it was like there was nothing to learn from that one at all. It was basically just a showcase for why DLL plays War on his iPad.
This is interesting. I feel like I've got her. Like I feel like a parry should stick now. No.
Oh, she's in the hunt.
No, it was before. But yeah, you're
okay.
You're. Let's see.
Sorry, I'm still a little delayed.
No, it was interesting. I wasn't paying enough attention, but it was like I tried to get her cleanse on cooldown, and maybe I just didn't time it right, and her cleanse was back off of cooldown by the time I had the node on cooldown. If that makes sense. The SP2
overlapping bit there, I could definitely see.
Yeah, I ran straight into SP2. It did a lot of damage, but Herc being Herc was like, "Don't worry, you still got this." Ghost Dog, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, man, it's been a long time. I have not been streaming very much at all for a variety of reasons. I really miss it though, and it looks like there may be a new opening in my schedule where I might be able to start doing this again on Wednesdays. So I'm pretty special. I'm reading the comments. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't want to say it's going to be like a for sure all the time thing, but I'm hopeful I can start doing this on Wednesdays again. I know this is a conversation that we end up in quite a bit, DLL. For everyone who's curious, this is not a SIG 200 Cap Infinity War. And, hopefully I don't mess it up and make him look bad. But you can see the work the guy's still doing. You can see how often the armor breaks are still landing. It's just that skill synergy, right?
Right.
And this is a relative.
You know what SIG he is? On
yeah, I was realizing that because I don't want to mislead people here. Let's check his SIG. I think it's like 130.
Yeah, because mine's only 40, and I was using him in incursions earlier today with Meta, and somebody in the chat asked like, "Hey, is he SIG 200?" I'm assuming because it looked like he was doing good work. I was like, "Nah, man, this is a SIG 40 cap."
Yeah, this is it. Let's check. So it is SIG 130. It's a long story, but he was one of my. I took him up pretty early to rank 3, started putting stones into him, and then pulled and awakened Thing. And there wasn't a lot of rank 3 things at the time, and so I started putting him so he could go on defense for us. And then Cap has just continuously gotten passed up, not because he's not worthy. He's very, very worthy. It's just whatever I've needed to use him for, he's been more than adequate, as you can see. So, geez, way to shock your 6-star Captain America. The humble brag's always the best brag, PWF. It's always the best brag. He has forgotten my favorite science. Yeah, I just keep passing him over. It's not because he's not great. He's still great. Guys, we'll look at the Mojo node one more time when we get there and kind of give advice on it. Negative seemed great, and Miguel seemed great. They're both pretty new champions, though, so I realize not everyone's going to have them. Magneto should work because Mojo is metal, but let's get there and then really talk it through. What's up, Jay Will? How you doing, my friend?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Olivier. I hadn't noticed you in chat yet, but yeah, I remember. Welcome back.
Olivier was in your stream yesterday, right?
Yeah, and this morning.
Right on.
Nope.
Can't repair.
Sorry, that was a nope for me.
Yeah.
I did a dumb thing with Tigra.
I did think it was weird that you somehow knew I was trying to reparry but couldn't do it. I was like, how does he know that?
Hey, J-Will, how's it going? Lefty. Hola.
There we go.
Ghost Dog says Cap was my first rank 5 SIG 200. Yeah, he was a good one.
I was actually pretty proud of myself. I let the taunt wear off before I threw that. I think we probably still would have killed him anyways, but when you do those extra little things, you got to be proud of yourself. That's one of my favorite things about Dreamin' videos, where he'll be like, sweet little intercept, and it's like after, If you don't compliment yourself, no one else is going. If you sit around waiting for other people to do it, you're going to wait a long time. Cat picked up Thor's hammer. He's worthy. This is true. This is absolutely true. Hey, so can you explain this? I think you've said it in a couple of videos. I know MP Blaze has, and I'm starting to see this more. People are talking about not evading Airwalker's specials. What's the why? Like, what's, if you don't mind, kind of talking about that?
Because he applies extra Dark Tide debuffs to you if they don't land.
And what happens with those extra Dark Tide debuffs?
Eventually, they turn into... Well, for one thing, when they do damage per debuff when the armor break is up. But also, if you get to 10, that's when you get the crossfight, and then your block proficiency during specials is reduced for the next 2 fights. And so we've actually seen some people place Airwalker as a trap immediately before somebody who does a lot of special damage, as a way for people who aren't familiar with that will dex his special 1 multiple times, get the crossfight, and then just get like deleted blocking specials.
So you want to just block them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to parry them. It's not that difficult a window.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the happy medium on damage.
So I did that for 2 reasons. One is I wanted to kind of confirm my own, or 3 reasons. I wanted to confirm my own knowledge. I wanted people that are watching to hear that, because it is important. Like you said, there's a trap. And 3, literally, that's the kind of information that DLL has and knows and has thought through. Again, this guy knows what he's talking about. Not sure what the nodes are on Mojo, but pre-fight torch is still pre-fight torch. This is true. All right, yeah, let's get to it, so we can kind of discuss this. And yeah, that's right. People probably tune in to hear about other options. I would think having the romantic synergy is helpful. I was going to try to do this without it, but you know, it is what it is. I think that'd be smart. There's a lot of options. You can go to Aunt May and find them. People have Herc and Wolverine have been brought in. Obviously, Hercules is amazing. DLL, you said you've been doing a lot with Horseman Wolverine. And then, so here we go. So Fury Beaters are 40 point more effective. That should help Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative is going to be hitting hard. Each time the attacker lands successful parry, they gain a Fury buff. So he's going to get another one. And you're getting a huge attack rating while the defender is stunned. The power play seems to be the kind of quote-unquote difficult thing here. Every 12 seconds, whichever champion has the least amount of power is fate sealed. Does fate seal mean you can't gain power? It just means you can't gain buffs, right?
Right.
So even that's not... It shouldn't... Like, that's not going to prevent you from continuing on with the fight. It'll just prevent you from getting those furies. I can't think of anything else that really comes into play there, though.
Oh, the Fate Seal automatically ends the Furies? That just happened to me using Hawkeye, which auto-triggers a degen.
Okay, all right, so that's something to keep in mind. So that's good for people to know. So if you're bringing in a champion, you're trying to do this without Mr. Negative or Spider-Man 2099, who wouldn't gain any buffs, you're going to get that degen on you. So I could see like Spider-Ham being good if you play him the right way. He's got like a degen resistance. Or you've got to make sure that you always have more power than Mojo at those 12 seconds. Can you think of anything else for people to kind of think through?
Yeah, that's basically the big thing. And then if you're using anybody but Torch, watch for the debuffs. Because actually even Spam is going to be giving him extra combat power rate.
Because of the power stings, and then he's got the taunt as well, right?
Right. So it'd be pretty easy to double his combat power.
All right, let me go in and try this with Negs. I'm usually pretty bad at my first go with fights, but I feel like this is just a straight up Mr. Negative fight.
I hope so. I got wrecked a little bit. I mean, I was also listening to you, but that's why I had to use Hawkeye.
You're trying to keep up with chat, and you're trying to do a lot of things, my friend.
Yeah, there's enough buffs on this because of the parry thing. I'm bringing in Reed for the second run, just to have the resistance.
Should convert them. I was forgetting about converting.
Yeah, I did the same thing and lost my first 11.
You know, it's funny. It's just keeping in mind the global is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to be able to land that. It's obviously wrong. All right. So just kind of reset. But I think this is showing how great Mr. Negative is for the fight.
Right. Will Thing be good for this Mojo? He doesn't like. You would have to play Thing without ever parrying, basically. Like, you're definitely going to run into some degen with him. I mean, he's Thing, so if you have a high Sig one, you can reduce the damage of it. I'm not going to say he can't do it. He at least doesn't run into Redouble Determination, but that would be kind of tricky, I think.
Yeah. I think the Iron Man fight was required a lot more skill in thinking through the fight. I mean, we're seeing like, oh, what's up, MP? Hey, what's up? Work, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for being here. You guys have to watch the power game for Redouble Determination. AA melted. Yeah, that, I mean, AA for anything that can be bled and poisoned. Kitty rolled that guy.
He just doesn't have that much health at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw like how badly that went. I forgot about the needing to land a parry and then having the global go down and still do it. I guess let's just trounce through it one more time real quickly. With I'd like to try Miguel. It'd be a different fight though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you'll have Redouble Determination early, but you're also immune to everything else. Probably fine.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Kirk's makes mashed potatoes.
That's an image. Thank you for that, Dex.
That was pretty funny. I don't know why that one's getting to me so much. That's that's hilarious. Let's have fun with Miguel here. I think I'm going to get used to the actually having the romance synergy just in time to be done with this quest. We don't have a lot of debuffs, so I don't think this is going to hit very hard, but let's see what it does. Hits hard enough. Jeez, this guy, I'm telling you, man, he's like getting better and better for me as far as like what I feel comfortable doing with him and setting him up. Good. He really is. Like, I feel like he's well, here's the irony though. I'm not sure how good he would have been in this game. Let me think this through. Like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. If like his power level was brought down, meaning like his attack or whatever, right? Like, I feel like he's very much designed for the current game. Does that? And feel free.
I mean, there's a lot more sources of ability power.
Yeah.
These days, which he directly answers. I mean, I think you'd have to go back pretty far to a time where, hey, this guy is immune to Dormammu and Mystic Dispersion in general. Wouldn't have been useful, but I could definitely see that like his stock might not have been as high.
Yeah, as I thought through the hypothetical, I was like, no, I literally just did absolutely nothing special about his kit just now, and he was great. So what I said really didn't make sense. As much as I was just kind of saying that like, the point was tried to be, I think he's very much designed for the current game. And
he does a good job of that.
Yeah. And he's good still in just basic matchups. He would have been awesome for the old days of Mystic Dispersion. Yeah, and I think that's in essence what DLL is kind of getting at too.
We assigned him several times this season for Strands as just a hey, it's a Mystic, their power gain isn't going to get out of control, don't die. Like that was enough more than once. Sometimes he's just a hammer without weaknesses, and that's fine. Yeah.
I got to use him in a boss fight, and the defender did not have a recoil, which I was very excited about. Like I cannot believe I'm this excited to get a off-season war video out, and I'm gonna get that out. It should be tomorrow, and it's a Nimrod boss. Like,
oh, very cool.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it makes complete sense when you think it through. But I don't think, a science champion, Miguel, so you're like, oh, let's take out Nimrod. We've got to use Miguel. But sure enough. And honestly, it went faster and I messed up a part, and so the being able to have the significantly reduced damage taken, I think, was very helpful. I think even without that, this for those who don't know, the boss has True Strike. He takes 75% reduced damage when the opponent has True Strike. I think he still solos the fight though, even without that. Like if you just play a little, like clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, MP saying being able to place debuffs is enough for him, and that's true. But several of the fights where we used him, that's kind of what I mean by just used him as a hammer. We sent him to several fights where debuffs weren't really a thing, and we were just assuming, he'll be fine.
And the reach on his heavy is outrageous.
It's so good.
I was actually found I eventually it was an off-season war, so I'm like, I just got to jump in and do it. If it was a regular season, I probably would have dueled more, although I was confident enough that everything would be just fine. But I found that I could actually counter Nimrod's heavy with my own. I think it was Campo who just did his off-season war video. He was doing Tigra versus Nimrod. I watched it this morning, I believe.
Right.
And it was weird though. Like it seemed like maybe the placement on the map, it wasn't quite clear because I would feel like I had the same distance from him when he started his heavy. I would bounce back once and then do the heavy, and sometimes it lands, sometimes it wouldn't. Jay Fizzle, holy cow, on your server.
I missed the placement of that decimal point.
Yeah. So I was like, thank you for everything you've done and do for the community. You're a true inspiration to us who want to deep dive and learn the value of how champions get convenience for your own account. Geez Louise, thank you so much. Like that is for the incredibly kind words, and then also the huge donation. Thank you so much. That's it's very cool to be recognized. That's what we're trying. That's what I know I'm trying to do, and I believe DLL is definitely trying to do it as well. And just show everyone like how many good champions there are in this game.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jay Fizzle. I really do appreciate it, and thanks for being on the server. I really enjoy hanging out there. It's become an extremely cool place. We get this updated, huh?
Yeah, MP's right. It's funny because I complain periodically that like Kabam needs to cool it with the champions that just recover instantly from their heavies. Captain Sam is another one that they just did.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, Nimrod just like, I don't know, waits for the sun to set before he moves after his.
Yeah, he's just like floating down. He's just like gently coming down from that beautiful cloud he seems to be in. Jay Fizzle, if you've got a question or anything, buddy, please make sure you ask it. I don't know if this fight will last long enough for me to show it off. I'm hoping to show off. And I actually have been working on like a bit of a showcase of Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I'm trying to show, actually I have 2 fights, I believe, with it, is that his slow, it's not, I remember when he first came out, me thinking like, who wants to slow off the SP3? But what I really didn't account for was that was more just like a nice little extra thing he had. That wasn't like why you have him. And sure enough, in the Nimrod boss solo, I used the slow. And then it was a Tigra. Yeah, he's not going to make it. It was a Tigra in the side quest recently who had like a Mixmaster or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was making her evade. He has an increase. I got to show this to people in case people don't know. I have taken him to Sig 200. He has an increased combat power rate of 25% when the Wither debuff is up. If you bring Anti-Venom, who's not a slouch, he starts the fight with the Wither debuff up. So getting to your SP3, it's not that bad. And then the slow lasts for, it's a long slow, for 25 seconds. And you pause it for 5 seconds whenever you would have dexed. I don't know. You were one of the people who said he should be in top shelf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Like, my only hesitation was how much we send him out with anti-venom. but
Yeah.
like, it's just so good.
Well, and I remember I was one of the people that was like, guys, I don't think I'm ready. I've been so excited about this champion. Like, I don't, and I'm always concerned with saying like, this champion's top shelf. And then like somehow a month later, we find out that maybe they're not. And then people have ranked them up, and just like that sense of responsibility. Also, buddy, you're getting a direct question there from Jay Fizzle.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm actually.
Okay.
So this is a funny response, but I have a personal PayPal. I'm setting up one for my YouTube right now, which I've been meaning to do. So thank you for getting me on that, Jay.
Sometimes that's what it takes, though, right? Is someone saying like, "I'm interested in doing this thing," for you to realize like, "Oh, people might be interested in doing that thing."
Yeah.
I'm not sure why I'm ramping up Herc, but just in case I need him for that Mojo. That heavy's not going to land, but Rolk was extra patient. Let's see if we can finish him off with a big SB2. Nope, he's not ramped up enough. Oh, the stun didn't last because the global came back. That's interesting. And my infuriate timer was down. I went from like a kind of impressive, fun Herc fight to now I'm showing off
The immortality.
his immortality. He finishes being fabulous. We talk about Nimrod. I love Nimrod. Like part of my initial, I was on him early. For those who don't know, haven't seen him. I mean, I've been talking about Nimrod for months now. I took him to rank 3 very early on. And I have to say part of it was his animations. I know he's not the same, but for anyone who saw like the original Ghostbusters, he feels very similar to the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man to me. Like this incredibly frightening, but also deliciously cute thing that is coming to destroy you. So yeah, he's just like, the guy is all rainbows and cotton candy, man. It's awesome, but a really, really scary version of it. Oh, and also Nimrod, I was just destroying things with him before I even really knew what I was doing. And that's a sign for me that this champion is amazing. I want to try this with Cap Infinity War first. I think Cap should be more than fine. I just have to make sure I don't throw any specials until I'm ready for the SB2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Let's see what happens. Fun fact, if you SB2 with Beard of the Stun is reflected. Oh, that doesn't sound... That's a fun but not fun fact.
Sounds like you definitely want to have that on cooldown.
So another thing I've learned from DLL's videos is, was it the anti-life field like doesn't actually happen if you don't remove dexterity, right? I'm not explaining that properly, but you did it in a war video recently.
Oh, I was just saying that like you don't have to worry about dexing as long as you don't go in and actually land the hit to end the dex buff until the anti-light field is gone.
Redoubled termination. So I'm probably going to die, which is fine. But I think that shows you play decently, Cap will win that fight for you for sure. For Alliance War, start today, who do you think the top 5 heroes to ban? I think if you're leaning into it, if you're leaning into the global, I could see the argument for definitely wanting to ban Corvus.
Yeah.
Quake
just because that lets you place more of those, because so many of them are charges.
Yeah, and that's why I was definitely saying if you're going to lean into it, if you're going to place them, I do think the global is going to be relatively difficult. Corvus makes a lot of sense. Quake makes a lot of sense to me because there'll be nodes where she just doesn't need to worry about it in essence. And then Human Torch I think makes a lot of sense just as a ban in general. But I'm not the war planner, DLL is, so I'll let him kind of...
Those are all good. I mean, it's hard to unban Torch, because we know what he can do. I I think Ghost is still on the list. There are just an awful lot of fights that like some of the hardest fights outside the global, she completely trivializes. And so it's kind of hard to unban her as well. I don't know that I would ban him, but Doom is going to be very good here. Just because he's a mystic, he's hard to kill. He has that passive stun off of his special 3. He can slow play. Like, that's the other thing, is that slow play in general is just going to get a lot better this season. I don't know, it's a hard one.
So I've just spent all my Mojo bucks. I'm kind of just doing this for testing, guys. I have not done any of the other difficulties on that quest. And this is where you end up. Just so you guys can see it. My understanding is it's pretty important to do the other difficulties if you're looking to... yeah. I mean, that's it. I didn't make it very far at all. I'm not going to claim them all, and we don't need to sit here and watch me pick selectors. But you don't make it that far if all you do is I think it's a legendary difficulty. So these rewards look really good. I mean, 5-star Awakening Gem. What is this? You can get the crystal there. It's a tier 5 basic. And 6-star shards. That's a 6-star Sig Stone, huh? I may go through and try to like auto quest a lot of that. That's the only way to do it, right? That's what I've been told, is to do the other difficulties.
I think Epic, you still need to play because you have to knock them down for the first 3. Yeah, but you can auto fight most of whatever the second to lowest one is, and you may just need to wake up for the bosses. The bottom one can be fully auto fought. I plan to do all of them because at the very worst, even the lowest currency, all you have to do is... What am I trying to say? Oh, all you have to do is turn those into cabs. Like, even if you need nothing else, that's good.
Okay, apparently I really just have no idea how to do the poll. I tried to just do a poll. Did it not show up for everyone? There it is. So we'll leave this poll up for 30 seconds. I mean, we're so close to one. It feels almost weird not to open one on stream, and then we'll jump into variant. But, you know, I want to do what people want to see. So if people are like, no, please don't open a crystal. Please don't. Then we won't. So we'll leave it up there for 42 seconds. I got that timer. What's up, Slaymon? Slaymon's here. What's up, dude? I was just talking about your video earlier on... I really liked your differentiation between like mastering a champion versus being like very, very good with champion in your latest rank 4 video, where you're really talking through your options. And I'm excited to see what you pick, man. I'm really excited to see what you pick. I think it's cool. And actually, you came up. So for those who don't know, I did a conversation, an interview. It was more of a conversation with Lizer, who's one of the best players in the game. She's my BG leader. She's an alliance leader at 4Loki. She has, for those who don't know her, she's got an awesome channel. She hasn't been uploading as much lately, but I think she's hoping to start doing that again soon. It's been due to time. She has the longest solo streak in 4Loki history, meaning fights in war without dying. This is an alliance that has Brian Grant, someone named Bryn, who you guys probably, not everyone will know, Legacy, Panda Man Pete, Karate Mike. Those are the players in this alliance. She has the longest streak ever, and her streak was like 241 solos in a row. The next closest is 181. Keep that in mind. Like, it's not even close. And Slay, you came up because I was talking about how some of the great players I know have publicly said she taught them or helped them with her war videos and things learn how to play Omega Red and take war fights. So yeah, you get a little shout out there too. So all right, I think that's
a funny thing on one of our calls the other day where Rob was, I don't know how much he was trying to embarrass Slay and how much he was actually trying to help him out, but
he was like, Lizer, you're Slay's hero. You should tell him that he's good at playing Omega. It was very funny.
Oh, That sounds like one of those
Sweet
tough
guy.
love things that happens in SSX. Like gentle ribbing, I think would be the term.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. So I have to tell you guys, I've actually considered stopping this crystal. It has not been kind to me, in my opinion, at all. I have not pulled Nimrod once. Fortunately for me, I already had him, and I had him awakened. I have not pulled Null at all. I have pulled Kitty, but I already had her. I pretty much got everyone I would really want, in a way, awakened. I don't have Hyperion, I don't have Voodoo, and that's really who I'm still going for. Or, of course, someone that I want more SIGs levels on. We'll go ahead and open this, and then we'll jump into variant 8. We've still got quite a time to go. This is cool. So let's go ahead and open this up and have some fun with it. Let's have some fun. Today is your day. Thank you, Travis. I like it. What's up, JJ? How you doing, dude? K-Dog. Just in time for the crystal. Thank you for being here, man. Who is Carl? Who is Carl? Question no one knows the answer to. Here we go. Let's do this. Kind of would love some more SIGs on Cersei. Of course, more on Nimrod. I actually am considering him as my next R4, but his SIG is SIG 1 right now. So that'd be a big investment. So let's see.
I think that's where most of my 7.4 stones are going, regardless of whether the leaks are accurate or not. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I am a huge Kitty fan. So I got really lucky with some crystal hunts early and had Nimrod, Null, and Kitty. I've said this before, like wherever people shout things from, I've been shouting, these champions are amazing. They are awesome. I'm really glad the rest of the community is getting a chance to see them now. She's definitely someone I would consider taking to rank 4. He's pretty good. So no complaints from me. Absolutely no complaints. Who could ever complain about this? So thanks all for seeing here and being part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I just noticed I'm going to have one to open in a little bit too.
Nice. Are you going to make a video on that?
I'll probably record it and then
Cool. See what happens.
Like, it's not that I only want to show the good pulls. I don't need to show people what it feels like the 4th time that I pull Punisher 2099.
Yeah, he's still good, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anaz is here. What is up, dude? What is up? Thanks so much for being here. Peter, if you got A-bomb yesterday. Yeah, I mean, there's ones where you're just like, I'm not even going to try to make that via feel better. I'm sorry. That's how I feel, Slimon. I feel like everyone is here. Calling Null, Will, I would have been happy with that. But Kitty King, the best YouTube video ever. If anyone hasn't seen it, go check out Enzo's channel. He did this amazing on so many levels too. It's a wrap. I think it would qualify as a wrap on Kitty Pride. It's awesome. I love Enzo. I'm in his BG. I feel like I should be paying him to be in his BG. Okay, let's go ahead and do this variant 8. All I know about it is at some point the Venom Pool boss was stupidly difficult, and I think you needed Apocalypse to take him in or to take him out, and that mercenaries get a benefit. Aside from that, I know nothing. Someone's going to clip that into me just saying I know nothing. That's one of the many reasons DLL is on call. Anything else I should know or advice, DLL?
Not really. I mean, the Massacre also gets the insane regen along with Venom Pool. It's really insane.
Can you take in champions that are not mercenaries? Like, could I bring in Red Hulk for the? I'm realizing I have the Domino
which
chin.
is actually how I beat the Venom Pool boss, but when he was still stupid, as did a lot of people. I used Apocalypse and Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Don't recommend that.
How did you use any rank 1 champions?
I didn't, but I know some people who did. I think I actually tried my rank 1 my 455 Gwenpool, so close enough a couple times, and she was holding on.
Yeah. It doesn't sound fun to me. I'm not looking for a challenge. I'm looking to have fun and talk with people. So
You could rank. You still have the gem. You could rank 2 DPX.
you know the only reason I'm not. There's 2 reasons actually. Yeah, but one of the main one is I kind of setting myself up to. I think it'd be fun to do because I put out the video. I'm like I want viewers to be aware about the rebalancing program. I do think it could be amazing for the game, but I really want people to be aware that while there's always been the chance that Kabam could rebalance the champion, this is like an official thing that's happening before you go into the arena, before you open crystals. I want you to know that. So I'm trying to get the word out. Because I don't think Kabam's going to listen to any of my proposals, and that's fine. I didn't necessarily expect them to. And so what I think could be fun is if Betsy or Mega Sentinel is good, is make like a big.
I forgot Betsy's a mutant.
Yeah, is make a big run for them, and then get one, take them to rank 3, put a bunch of 6 stones into them, and then just kind of go through that experience. Be like, here's what this is like. Over the next 6 months of having this champion, knowing that they're in the rebalancing program, knowing that there's going to be a beta, but owning them and having put forth that investment. I play the game. I love playing the game. I think I would still play the game if I wasn't doing YouTube. I believe I would. But I'm also aware that like I'm doing YouTube, I'm trying to entertain and also kind of like testing. So this would definitely be an example of, I don't suggest anyone does this, but I'm going to do it, and let's kind of see how it works out. I think that could be fun. Very curious if anyone in the chat, if they think that would be fun, please let me know. In the DLL, I know I cut you off, but please let me know. Kind of just like, does that sound fun? Or are you like, dude, don't do that. That's stupid.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea because, I mean, whether it's a good idea for for your account, I don't know. I think it's valuable to have somebody do it in a high profile way. And just like come out the other side of it and go, this is how I feel. Like maybe this person was tuned down slightly and you're like, but that's okay. I took them to war yesterday and they still crushed it. Or, I mean, that's hopefully. If it truly does feel awful, then it's good for people to know. So,
yeah. And I think having the knowledge of forehand is, but basically beforehand, I think having that knowledge that this is officially in the rebalancing program, I think it changes it a lot. I know it will for me. Of like, no, I've made this investment knowing that this could happen. I think just informed decisions, I think just always feel better. MP Blaze is saying he used, yeah, but that's you, Blaze. Like,
I knew you were going to dismiss that.
Yeah, that like doesn't count. You and Sweeta can go and do things with your 2 stars, and that's great. Like, congratulations. But I am a mere mold. I'm a mere mortal. I am a mere mortal. So, okay. So, what's the deal with this? So, the defender's going to reduce all incoming damage unless we're using.
Actually, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Just permission to provide the link that JFizzle asked for.
What?
JFizzle asked if I had that link, permission to post it, just because.
Dude, absolutely. Thanks for even asking. So kind of you, and thank you for doing it. But absolutely, JFizzle, and please do. I mean, you guys know I'm talking about how great these guys' channels are as much as possible. MP Blaze, one of them. DLL, Campo. I mean, there's a lot of great YouTubers in here right now, but these guys are officially on my rankings team. I sought them out and asked them if they would come help me because I've learned so much from their channels, and I continue to learn. I love watching them. So yeah, thank you for even asking.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So I mean, obviously, they did a lot of fun role playing stuff with this. It's very cute. At the same time, I want to start the show.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the champions I brought in will benefit. Is there anything else here?
I mean, as Blaze is saying, like OG Deadpool gets some silly buffs, but for the most part, like, yeah, it's not going to be a problem.
Okay. Let's have fun.
Yeah. Venompool and Massacre will heal. Domino and Nebula will be their normal crazy selves.
All right. At some point, are there nodes that
There are a few. There are also a few annoying defenders. Like there's a Havoc later on that you want to bring Arcus for with Venompool so he gets the armor up.
All right. And
just in general, be slower to throw your specials with Venompool and Massacre because it's like OG Deadpool. The healing is based on power.
okay, so if you need health,
Right.
you all right.
Boris is saying used a 5-star rank for Massacre here a lot. Was my go-to option for the last Venompool boss. That's awesome.
Is there like an all or nothing? Okay. I was like, do I need to fully knock them down, or is it just land the first part of the heavy?
It's the second hit.
All right, that was a little early. I bet you Venompool still does it for us, though.
Yeah, it should be fine. Oh, also these guys do not have a special 3. Pretty sure.
Oh, really? Let's test that out. And for those who don't know, if you're interested more in Venompool DLL, I think I would consider going back a ways and to Slay's kind of differentiate here or labeling. I feel like you've probably mastered Venompool. You've got out a great guide on him recently. I liked it. Synergy All Stars on him. So if anyone's interested, make sure you check those out. I know it's in my playlist under Venompool, and I think DLL's guide is there, but I would recommend you go to his channel. Would you consider yourself to be, would you say mastered, or would you go with like very good, proficient?
I'm willing to claim mastered for him. I don't think that he's quite as complicated as some others, but yeah, I feel like I'm really... Actually, in the war video that I dropped this morning, there was one spot where I was pointing out that it's actually good. He's like the only Penny Parker counter where you actively want to get auto-blocked because that immunity ramps him. And I feel like those little things that I've figured out over playing him really make me feel confident with him.
I could see that. The AI on these champions, let's test if they don't have an SP3, because boy, do they feel passive.
Oh, sorry, that's only the Deadpoolooids.
All right. Well, there you go. Lesson learned. Damn, I missed this whole variant and had no idea about that healing. Carl, you think you'll go back and do it? Because you took a little break from the game, right, buddy? Oh, look at this healing.
This is where we see the healing.
But boy, these guys just feel...
Yes.
I don't know.
This was the biggest complaint, is how like sluggish the AI is and how much energized there is all over this thing.
Yeah, those two
like
combined.
I like using mercenaries, but
yeah, I might start. It might be enough to make me want to start using Deadpool and using her taunt, because this is like, man, like I kind of want to start reading the chat. I guess they also thought. I could see them also thinking you're healing so much, just push the defender to an SP3.
if you have a rank 3, you really can, but it bothers me too.
Samuel, thank you, man. I could have used that information earlier, though, buddy. Hopefully that was at least entertaining.
You brought me on as a co-pilot, and I was twiddling my thumbs instead of looking out the window.
Well, you know. It is what it is.
Meta says Carl doesn't read nodes. It's why they get along so well.
What's up, Infamous? K-Dog, that was definitely a dope. Dope. Look, though, MP Blaze set me up for it. He just says they don't have SP3. I think he was a practical joker on that one.
So the real problem is over-trusting MP Blaze.
Exactly.
Down.
Exactly. I'm beginning to wonder about his rank 1 comments from earlier. Venompool does not have a armor break, does he?
No. But he regens absurdly off of eating them.
Oh, so that's right. Yeah.
I would just spam special 1 against him.
Yeah.
He's also immune to shocks if you end up eating the special 2.
Which I almost guarantee I will.
I kind of love using him against Red Skull. There's just so much freedom in the fight.
I actually got, I would not say good, but I got to the point where I could like evade some portions of that during Labyrinth.
Yeah,
Abyss,
that's when I figured it out.
Yeah. I actually might go back to trying to evade it as opposed to just letting it hit me. And yeah, this is ridiculous. We're just gonna...
Healing to full from a special one.
So that wasn't bad. I didn't dex all of it, but you guys can see I wasn't making that up.
Yeah, and you can treat the end kind of like Bishop or something and block the first and dex out of the second too. I think that's what I tend to do.
Oh, yeah. Shout. Let's see if this finishes him off. Ooh, did we just apply a shock?
Yeah, that's from the very first Deadpooloid you take down in each one.
Okay.
Gives you like a special ability.
Okay. All right. I was like, man, maybe there's a lot I missed about Venompool.
No, just the insane bleeds.
Sometimes it's really fun to kind of like just read the bottom of the chat and read a comment like JJ's. I'm like, I'm just like a bad smell. I'm sure there's a reason. There's context that really matters, but I love it.
This one, I might use somebody else though.
Oh, really?
Just because he doesn't have anything to stop the miss.
Right.
You can definitely get through it and just
Yeah.
use the special 3, but
When you've got a rank 3 Domino, why not
Right.
use her, right? I'm so glad I took her up. I realize that she does not have the utility for today's current game. I think that a lot of these other mutants have. We still have her highly ranked. She can do so much.
and you're not hurting for utility.
No. And just like, who else can do what she just did?
Or heavies.
Yeah. And
You
I
might
just...
have even been able to wait out and call it 3.
Yeah. VP was my only option pretty much for the variant. Really made me fall in love with this game. He is awesome, dude. The more I dive into him, the more I like him. Like it's just there. And one of the reasons I chose him for the Synergy All-Star is because he really does have like all-star synergies. It wasn't like you had to find one where you're like, well, if you're comfortable bringing along these two champions who you'll never use, that's not going to land. He truly is just awesome, and he's like configurable.
Like the fact that you can bring along the Domino Trinity and he just slots in next to it and you still have place for Nebula. That's a lot of power and utility.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Are we getting power at a reduced rate here too? It feels like we are.
I think is this lane polka dot power or something?
Oh, is that what's going on?
That would make sense with the shock and poison that we picked up.
Just took my ring to Boris. Yeah. I did not have this variant at the forefront of my mind when I took it during 3, but it was definitely Battleground related. Oh yeah, it's polka dot power.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh hey, highlight.
Hey, what's up, OG Highline? Oh, that's cool. That's what I remembered seeing that on the YouTube Studio, where you could kind of configure things. It celebrate anniversaries. Thank you for being here, dude. You probably didn't hear it because it was a while ago. My schedule on Wednesdays has cleared up a little bit recently. Something I used to have something on Wednesdays that I now don't, and so I'm hoping to have Wednesdays be my day. I'm not going to make any promises because, I feel badly about that, and I have a job and kids. But I'm hoping to do this because I miss it so much. Maybe when it starts heating up, we can get those weather reports again.
Oh, but I was saying when we first did this, because I streamed this on release and Work was in the chat, or maybe even on call, I forget. But he was also going through it at exactly the same time. And he was ahead of me for most of it because he was just blitzing everything with Dom.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
OG Highline, he is OP. He is OP. Which champs will be regular war attackers this season? Asking Blaze. So Blaze, if you're still there, do you think you'll have regular attackers, JLL?
Pretty much. I expect to use Claire more, which makes me happy.
Because of the her buff immunity?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's so good for this. And like I still used her last season, but definitely less because I was just often filling other roles where I didn't need to bring her, and we just sent like Doom or other things to those fights. But I definitely think that I'll end up using her more because I feel very comfortable with her, and that's going to be important. Because I feel like in content where you can focus on healing her, it feels like it's hard to die with her. In war, it is so easy to die with her. And I think that that's really something that I've been kind of fully accepting lately, is that if you want to use her at a high level in war, there really is a significant skill cap. And so I've been telling everybody in my BG who has Claire, like, please practice her. It's going to be a big deal. Yeah, I'm not surprised at MP's answer, which is I'll kind of do what I need to based on roster diversity. I expect it to be similar with me. I would love if I can hold on to my streak of bringing Reed to every war, but I'm not going to insist on it if I need something else.
So that was fun. I kind of forgot about what life cycle does. What do? You just kind of beat this guy down?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want extra healing, you can badly dex his first special one like I did and get a permanent low intensity bleed on for willpower on top of everything else.
Yeah,
It makes it really hard to die. Then it takes a while.
Yeah. This feels like a weird fight to me. I feel like there's something I'm not. Like, why is he
Well, you
taking?
can also use the special one to steal his arc overload when it's up.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of planning here. The pre-fight I picked up from that first fight must give me the ability to land this poison and the shock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is this guy's special one, by the way?
War machine.
Oh, yeah. It just surprised me when I saw it.
Yeah, that's why I like instinctively dexed it and got hit. Went,
Yeah,
it.
same here. Like I wasn't expecting it, and I just got drilled.
MP says his battle group in Noon has 7 kitties, not including the one on defense.
This AI is really fun.
Yeah, but this guy you can push red.
Oh, I can?
Right. All
And
of the Deadpoolooids, you can just go ham.
And that's why he threw Electro's SP2 just now when he was at 3 bars of power. Okay.
Right.
We're learning. We're learning here. Let's see how this goes. Why was Domino able to land and incinerate?
Like not on her heavy?
No, on her heavy, yeah.
Oh, well the heavy is the Trinity thing.
No, but shouldn't he be immune to debuffs?
You can land them, they just don't do damage.
Oh, got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, it's not doing damage. I was confused. Yeah, his Sig ability is basically Nick Fury's, so you'll have to kill him twice.
Okay, I definitely underestimated this fight. He'll be fine though. I'm not really worried about it. Alright. So this is kind of a long, boring fight.
I probably would throw her special 3 though, both to knock him down another time and so that you get more lucky procs for the regen or for the crits.
Oh yeah, good call. I'm actually probably gonna have to use an item on this. I just completely underestimated the fight and didn't really read it through. Oh well.
See that Massacre regen come into play.
I have very little idea how to play Massacre properly, so if you're interested in coaching, don't hold back.
I think I'd just hold on to power because the block damage is going to be rough. So just keep his healing going. Because like the fancy way to play would be, whoops, never mind.
Yeah, jeez Louise.
I was going to say the fancy way to play would have been to also like wait until he's ignited and Arc Overload isn't up, and then throw a special 2 at the block. That does a ton, but... And then Rolk isn't a mercenary, is he? No. 14. Nah. Jesus.
Yeah. In fact, I should probably quit out because he's going to heal.
Right,
all right.
It's not a persistent charge. You don't want that to happen twice.
So, Venom Pool's my best option here, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I would use Venom Pool and just... you can dex the Electro special, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I would just focus on healing.
Wow, that turned serious fast.
I think I might actually... I would build up, make sure you're in a safe position, throw the special 3 because it'll ramp you faster, and then spam special 1s against his Arc Overload stuff. Oh, right, that was life cycle. I think the Nick Fury thing doesn't actually trigger until you get past life cycle.
This is actually kind of a difficult fight. Like, considering what the paths and everything were.
Yeah, I had forgotten that this was a bit of a step.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm still just instinctively doing that. I still do that on War Machine sometimes. I fight him every day and AQ.
Yeah, so make sure you knock him down.
I thought I had it. I hate life cycle. Probably my least favorite node. Ooh. Wow. That was close. You have to build your SP3 and knock him down. Yeah, I know there's the way to do it. I just was being stubborn. At some point, you're just like, you get stubborn. Or I get stubborn. Don't heal, never mind. It's always funny after a fight like that to go back and read the comments where people are like, no, why did you do this? Moxie, what's up, dude? Thank you for being there. If you dex attacker special, block damage will be reduced. Yeah, Samuel, I did not enjoy that guy at all. That was not fun. That was not... Well, once I understood the fight, it was kind of fun. But in the beginning, it wasn't fun. I guess I should look at this boss just to make sure that there's not something evil coming my way. Where's the boss?
Oh, this one is evil, but Nebula will be fine.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, let's start our journey here.
This is the one that was bugged when it first came out because he's not supposed to throw his special 3, but he did.
Oh, yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. All right. Let me read the notes just so I understand what the heck is happening here. Defeat this champion grants each other a bad breath crossfight. Ooh, all right. Inflicts poison debuffs to the people who are near them. Okay, so all the rest of the stuff, and that's literally it. So should I go ahead and use Nebula for this so that she has it for the boss? Is there some point to that? You can find out. Benefit of being on call? Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Benefit of being on call. That's true, Blaze.
What the heck? Oh, Hulk, okay. For some reason, even though the specials are recognizable afterwards, but I'm not usually very good at immediately recognizing them. I'm just not used to seeing that champion do that animation.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get her into her amp mode or whatever it's called. What's up, Larry? Use APOC, Herc, Wolverine, Manix, Cable. All right. This is such a great change for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'll just try to get to our SB2. And that should end it. Opened a basic and got 26 cents on Jubilee with rewards. All right. That's not amazing. I feel like there's a little bit of a groundswell on her. And is she potentially underrated? No. The stuff I see, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but nothing that's making me excited about her. Let's put it that way. What about you? Anyone else seen stuff? I know like Mike did a video on her. Strands, a mutual friend of mine, and a lot of people in the chat has been showing her. I think he even did a video off-season testing on her. She's not bad. Mm-hmm. I feel like she's not bad. Like, yeah, if you like her, rank her up.
I would agree.
She's got that ability where she does the damage on shrugs, right?
Yes.
So, like, I guess if you don't have a bishop.
Right, and I think at high sig, hers is better.
It's fun to steal that.
She does have a slow, but from what I've heard, it's kind of annoying to maintain.
Probably should have. I'm like trying to make sure I steal his heal, but I'm not sure it's that powerful of a heal.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun to return. Oh no, 14. It looks like almost 1,500 a tick. That's not bad. It's not a nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
I definitely could have played some of these fights more optimally when I first did this. I was still pretty new to him, for one thing.
Yeah.
But also just between the way that he ramps and the way that he heals here. There are a fair number of fights where it's just if you don't die, things come under control. Hey, Jacob became a member.
Jacob did? Our Jacob?
Yes.
What is up, dude? Thank you so much, Jacob. Thank you so much. Did you always appreciate the support, and you've been supportive for an extremely long time, doing a lot there on the Discord server and everything. So thank you so much, my friend. And I know you got a lot of big life stuff coming up soon, so congratulations on all of that. Carl, okay, so Carl, yeah. Well, what do you guys think about Toad? Toad was the one I actually liked. Of those two champions, Toad and Sauron, I was actually more excited for Sauron based on reading the abilities and things like that. Then I actually did instant analysis videos on both of those champions. Sauron disappointed me. Toad, I found myself thinking, like, I see a role for this guy. Like, if you pull him and you're missing some parts of a in your mutant roster, or you just like playing him, I saw a use, especially because, and people pointed out, they're like, hey, look, Apocalypse can apply poison too. But there's not a lot of like mutants running around who can apply poisons. I liked Toad. I liked Toad. I'm curious to see where he is though in 3 or 4 months. I guess the game kind of develops and 7.4 comes out and things like that. Guess here. How much time left for till the big day, Jacob? Meta's been enjoying Sauron. Yeah, I mean, neither of them felt like useless champions. They both felt like champions who can do things for you in this game. This gives you a... All right. Excited for the next 4 champ releases? Absolutely. I'm particularly excited for next month. I will admit I don't know a lot about Betsy Braddock. I think it's Betsy Braddock. But she looks cool, man. I think the pink hair alone got me going. And then Omega Sentinel, I wanted her... The heck was that? Was that Spider-Gwen? I think that was Spider-Gwen.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to my Psylocke synergy, man.
For Betsy?
Mm-hmm.
You should have one, right? That'd be really sad.
Better be on the 4-star.
Yeah. It's just so weird to see these Deadpools doing other champions animations. 1 month and 7 days. That's awesome, dude. 1 month and 7 days. And be poison immune.
Yeah, MP and I have talked about how there aren't a lot of champions that are no qualifiers, poison immune, and do poison damage. And so Toad having that is automatically interesting. Because like Mysterio can be armor broken, Diablo and I-Bomb aren't actually immune, so they can get hit with acid burn or other things that punch debuffs, etc. Toad is just immune. Toad.
Dude, Carl, I do think I didn't know that you had taken him to rank 3. I think he's going to be a troublesome defender for sure, and I think he's going to be very good for Battlegrounds. I absolutely think that. I know I'm going to get destroyed.
Hey, Aiden, how's it going?
That's what the miss mechanic is for. Look at this, people. You know, people say that reading's not important, but I try to prove that every day in streaming that reading really serves a role. Man, these guys hit like a truck.
Yeah. The energize and the attack values.
That was crazy. What's up, Aiden? How you doing, buddy? I love that Black Cat is coming. Yeah, I mean that looked cool, right? And then Scorpion. I will be honest. I'm so excited for Omega Sentinel and Betsy too. I just don't know much about her. I don't. Omega Sentinel because of the voting with Hercules, who I'm very happy is in the game. But I was very excited about Omega Sentinel. Something about her just really intrigues me, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I also hope that means that we're getting more of the quote losers from last time.
So Domino's got my from this most recent vote?
No, from the original one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of good ones.
I'm trying to remember who the others were.
I'm not going to because Omega Sentinel was like my original want.
Yeah.
I also really wanted. I knew she wouldn't win because of just the way this vote was. But in this most recent one, I really wanted Kushal. I think people would love her story if they knew it. Very cool comic. She's just new. She's like only a few years. She was in it was called like The Sorcerer's Supreme, I believe. Mm-hmm. Storyline, and that's where she was introduced. And then one of the guys from Black Eyed Peas actually is doing comics, and so he did a full run. Or actually, I think it was just one. I have it in the back recently. It was really cool. I really like it. And she goes on like a bit of a journey with Johnny Blaze. It was really cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I just pulled up the list. I'd forgotten about these. Yeah, I know that I don't know if you know Padme, but I know she really wants Dazzler. That's a popular one. I'd assume Morbius is coming because of the movie. I'd forgotten Okoye was in that first round. She was my vote before I learned more about Omega Sentinel.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about her too. What's up, Sam? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for being here.
And I think somebody was mentioning, maybe it was you, Black Knight coming, and so Morgan Le Fay would make sense soon too. Yeah, there's a bunch to do.
I really want Onslaught at some point. I've heard a lot of people want him. Blue Marvel and Mobius. The Mobius movie, when is that? Because we've got a couple months still for Strange, right?
Yeah, it's April.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't realize
Curious
it was
if they
that
do
close.
anything for that.
Hey, Sam. This is DLL. How's it going?
Would have preferred Okoye over Jabari. Me too. I'm not one of the people that doesn't like that there was MROC characters in our game. I don't mind that at all. But in that specific, and I realize they're different, but as a person who's not like a huge fan, bringing a lot of knowledge to it about the characters to begin with, I felt like there was probably some crossover a little bit, and so I would have liked Okoye. There's room for both of them though, as long as Okoye eventually comes.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay, wasn't sure how much Sam was joking.
Defender has a chance to use cheat. Okay, so he's never going to use specials.
Right. What I did for this, once it was actually fixed, was I did my best to back him up, and I threw nothing but heavies with Masacre for like 2 minutes. It probably wasn't 2 minutes, but...
It felt like it. Because he's just going to go unblockable.
Right.
That's always fun. Use a search to drop in attackers. So I'm never going to be able to transfer over Nebula's shocks.
Actually, you can, because what you do is you just block at the beginning, build up, and then like transfer them over, and then start blocking again. But don't try and transfer them that way, and just assume, because she survives one of his specials.
Okay.
Like, she'll survive one of his special threes, and then that... Or, sorry, he doesn't throw it anymore. Never mind, that was the way to do it when he was broken.
Yeah.
I mean, but that means that you can just throw heavies in the corner until you get your own special three, if you want to do it that way. But, I mean, you have a lot of good champions with heavies here. I think I would just... Anybody but Venom Pool should be able... You just want to get him in the corner and spam heavies.
Well, let's see what happens. I will start off with Masacre because I want to kind of get a feel for the fight first. I expect this to go terribly. All right. Messed that up. Didn't feel like I had messed it up, but apparently I did.
Yeah, you were a little far. Jesus, those bleeds.
Thought that SP2 would do more damage into his block than it did.
Yeah. You know, if you get to it again, then immediately... Never mind.
No,
I was going to say, immediately after you throw the special 2, you're guaranteed to miss, so I would have gone into the heavy spam there.
Yeah, that's just me not being familiar with his kit as much, because I saw the miss afterwards.
I might not have thought of it in time either.
Yeah.
Oh, and she has the miss thing. You may be able to, if you back him up enough, use that.
Oh, it's only on specials.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It wouldn't make sense for her to just always be miss.
I thought it was just the dash back and hold.
Maybe it was. I haven't been paying nearly enough attention to what's actually happening in these fights.
Such as streaming. Joshua asks, what's your favorite show?
Me?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me try to not die here.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about not dying. I've heard it's good on your item usage. What's my favorite show? I know we're really behind on this, but my wife and I have been really enjoying Daredevil. We just recently got into it. A lot in my members chat. A couple of the guys had started watching it recently, and we're like, "Dude, you got to watch this." And so we've been enjoying that, and we watched the first 2 seasons and had watched episode 1 of The Defenders before it came off of Netflix, and it's going to transfer over to Disney Plus.
Yeah,
So
I need to catch up on that as well.
Yeah.
I'm still missing some of them.
I enjoyed WandaVision a lot. But then if you're, like you said, not Marvel, I enjoyed The Sopranos. That was awesome. I absolutely loved The Sopranos. I like a really weird cartoon show. It has kids. It's like kids going through puberty, but it's definitely designed for adults. It's not for kids at all. But it's a comedy. It's pretty raunchy, called Big Mouth. I love that.
I was going to be shocked if you ended that saying something else.
Yeah. I mean, what else fits?
It can't be 2.
It's kids going through puberty, but it's not designed for kids. I recently watched a show called Maya and the Three. That was awesome. It was on Netflix. It is for kids, but it has a lot of Latin culture in it, like throughout Latin America. And
Okay.
I don't want to stereotype here, and I'm not trying to stereotype anyone. Okay, just talking in generalities. There are a lot of themes that come up that I think are more commonly talked about with kids and open to the culture. A lot of it's like with death, that come up, and so I do think that there's people who aren't part of the culture who may be a little put off by it. That being said, I loved watching it with my kids. It started off as like we were going to watch it together on Saturday mornings, and then like by the end of the episode 1, we were like, okay, we need to watch all of this as soon as possible. So that was an awesome show. I really enjoyed that too.
Very cool.
Oh, so Meta knows Big Mouth. Nick Kroll? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, so a lot of Joshua knows Big Mouth too. That's cool. What about you, DL? I'm sure there's shows I'm forgetting right now.
What have we been watching lately? I mean, Big Mouth is great. Speaking of kids shows that I think hold up well for adults, I know you and I have both watched and enjoyed the She-Ra reboot on Netflix.
That was good.
That's very good. My girlfriend and I recently watched through the first season that's come out of the Critical Role show. So for those who don't know, Critical Role is a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, probably the most famous one, that has been live streamed for years. And it is hundreds of hours of viewing. It's a very good story from all that I've heard, but I have trouble making it through that. But they've adapted a significant chunk of their first campaign into an animated cartoon on Amazon. And it comes across as just like a really fun fantasy cartoon. It was a good time.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to think about shows. Like, I'm not even going to remember the name of it. Well, the show where the money was in the banana booth.
Arrested Development.
Thank you. Yeah. I loved that show.
And you really like Ted Lasso, right? My family hasn't set up Apple TV yet, but we've been meaning to watch that.
It is good. I think it's very entertaining. I like it quite a bit. Oh, you know what? Thank you for bringing up Apple TV. I did not think I would like this show at all. I thought I would find it I thought I'd have trouble getting into it, but it's called C with Jason Momoa, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. So it's about like a kind of like a post-apocalyptic world where people have lost the ability to see, and it's very, very cool. He's in it, so it's a lot of action, a lot of adventure. The storyline's pretty good. The acting's good. I found myself very, very much enjoying it. Sam, the wife and I finished Yellowstone a week ago. I'm ready to rewatch all over. Yellowstone. I don't know that show. I gotta check. I mean, there's just so many places now to get our entertainment that's not unusual to not haven't seen or heard of someone's show. Little Sad Campaign 3 isn't live. I feel like DL mainly watches documentaries and TED Talks. I kind of like having your nemesis in the chat. I'm always saying great things about you. It's nice to have you, like, although that's kind of a compliment too. Yeah, but it's also a compliment when you think about it. It's not a negative thing. C is very good. Season 2 out now. Yeah, we binged season 2. We didn't catch on until season 2 was live. In fact, I think it was O's fan who got me interested in it. I feel like there's another show we're missing. Oh, wow, he's gaining a lot of power.
Okay, I finally figured out what I have to buy to perfectly use my Mojo bucks.
Oh, so that's me not mastering Nebula. Thought there'd be no power drain off of that. Man.
Oof, sorry, work. More Wasp Sigs.
Or is he just immune to it?
Oh, there might be some kind of immunity, yeah.
Yeah, again, guys, my crusade against reading. On Prime about Montana Ranch, not a documentary. It's good. Aiden. What show is that? What show are you talking about? Oh, Conflictor. Every 7 seconds, the next debuff activated on the defense is immediately purified. Man, I mean, that's how badly we're not reading here, guys. This is why reading is important. Okay. Blocked attacks are cause the defender to gain 10% power if a blocked attack does. Okay. So this is.
Oh, the good place needs to come up. Sorry, I just scrolled past that. That has to be on my list somewhere.
You got to pay attention. This fight's not a nothing fight.
You watched The Good Place, didn't you, Vega?
A little bit. I'll be honest, we had trouble getting into it.
Okay. I've heard that from a few people. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what was that all about? What the hell? I've had that happen quite a bit lately, actually. A special after a medium that I was not late on, and the defender recovers and blocks it. That's I'm open to the idea that I was late on this, or if someone knows something about a node interaction there that caused that. I'm always open to the idea I messed up, but I don't think I did, and that's been happening. I'll be honest, I'm a little concerned heading into war because I've also had this happen. No, it's not a lot, probably like 5 times in the last 2 or 3 days, where I just flat out can't block. And I don't mean like parry's not landing. I mean block is just flat out not registering. And then in the next fight, it was working fine again. So I'm a little, yeah.
I know what you mean.
So yeah, other people are saying this about specials. I'm a little concerned. What's up, Judah? How you doing, buddy? James, my special has been super delayed today. That's not good. Family Guy. I know a lot of people have enjoyed Family Guy. Family Guy always makes me think of... I'm not going to be able to think of the name of this show, but there was a kid in it named Bobby, and I loved that show.
Oh, King of the Hill.
Yes, King of the Hill. Oh, I love that show.
Got you covered with your checks and references.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, all I had was like a kid named Bobby. Thank you. I'm wondering, what's the trick on this fight? Or is this just like it's a tough fight? It's probably Nebula just paying attention to the node better and then power control it.
Yeah, or maybe you have like a cross fight for it. I forget.
I mean, because like right now it feels like there's almost nothing I can do.
This is the third quest overall, right?
Yeah.
You haven't fought the.
This work's still not here. Work's not here. He's already. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like I don't have the right team for it. Like I'm probably just going to start it over because I don't want to just unit man through this. It feels ridiculous.
Conflictor, kinetic transference. The first guy on the node. Oh, okay. Whoever has the crossfight needs to be throwing heavies and specials.
So this is one of the paths that you really want to use the same champion for almost everything. So in this case, that was Domino.
Okay, so we're going to start over. I don't want to throw a bunch of items at that.
Right. Oh, and this is also the one with the Havoc.
Okay, so we definitely don't want to go that way. Start over.
I think because of the Havoc, this is the one where like I would have dropped Nebula.
Okay.
And brought in Arcus to give Venompool ice armor. And then I believe what I did was I forced my way through the Deadpooloid with Venompool, which is not pleasant because he has buffet built in.
Yeah.
And then I did the whole path with Venompool.
Jeez. Okay, so we're getting to the point where we actually have to look at the paths then.
Yeah, that you stumbled on one of the harder ones for sure.
So we'll try this one. Let's see. Defeating the opponent grants a Starlight Acrobatics. Grants the attacker phase passive when they dash back and hold block. Okay, so that's what you were talking about. Would be helpful against... This is what you're talking about. Attack values and vivified everywhere.
Yes.
If the defender is not struck within 6 seconds, the attacker receives an Incinerate debuff. Okay. So that's how this is going to be the whole way. Punisher's the obvious difficult with the specials. I actually don't enjoy trying to evade Silver Centurion specials either. There's a second part to his SB2 that always gets me in AQ.
Right. And Vivified. Yeah. Vivified sucks.
Jeez Louise, I thought this was just going to be a walk in the park hanging
out
with the chat.
What? That's the Silver Centurion that I think I may have ended up making a short out of.
Yeah.
That's the one where I was dexing his heavy at the wall for 20 seconds.
Well, that sounds like a good time. Okay.
I mean, the healing will keep you alive, but some of these suck.
Yeah, this does look like it sucks. The ability to makes the attacker permanently unblockable while the opponent has a buff. What the?
It makes the attacker.
Oh, got it. I was like, why would I want that? This one doesn't seem bad so far. This one doesn't seem bad. Maybe we'll do this lane. Let's see what it is for Warlock. Backyard Brawler. Enhanced Special 2.
Hey, Madrox. Do you don't have a 5-star regular Deadpool, do you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. The red one?
Yeah.
No, that was recent, right?
I think so. Yeah, he gets a massive degen on his special one.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are actually using the 4-star at places for it.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't have him. Beg, I sent you a trailer for Yellowstone. Just watching the trailer, got me excited. Oh, very cool. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. You guys choose 3,000 6-star shards or Mystics crystals. Is that for the Mojo store? I think that's for the Mojo store. I actually didn't check to see if there was like deals or anything. Maybe that's what people are talking about. I don't see.
Yeah, I maxed out the 6-star shards personally, and then split between T4CC and Tier 5B, and then I had a little bit of leftover.
We'll go with Venom.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the Nexus crystals today.
The rewards program. All right, let's go ahead and try to actually do this. We've read some of the nodes. I'm still taking in the exact same team, so it didn't really change anything. But let's see what happens. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and steal his healing. That's right. We only get the heal if it's an armor up.
Right. True Potential says in the Mojo store, I just gambled about like a bunny. Maybe not shocking people. I set up my system of equations to make sure I had 0 tickets left.
Yeah, I went through and just was like absent-minded, like 6-star shards. I'll take 6-star shards.
Yeah, I maxed that out, then set up the system of equations.
Nicely done. The event rewards just look too good. I will try to find a way to auto quest it while I'm like working or something. I know you said that you thought one of the levels I would have to actually do a little bit of the fighting.
Yeah, but I'm doing it right now, and I just won in 3 Tigra heavies, so like it's not.
Oh, they're saying that the Realm compensation was today. So people who had spent money on Realm, I really wanted to like that game. I really did. Even for very split moment, thought about starting a second channel for it, but I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into the game. Shoot, Joe, do you know if you have to spend exactly all the bucks to get all the milestones?
I don't think so, because I don't. The last milestone is not equal to. Because it's 3,000 of each ticket that you can get, right? And the last milestone isn't 12,000. I think you're okay. I think they gave you some room to not be efficient with the top one, and then maybe you just want to make sure that you're at least on it for the bottom 2 difficulties. Infamous says you do not.
Did Kat make a infographic on it?
I think I saw one from her.
I'm trying to remember if she did or not, and I can't think of it. Man, this is just really helpful for this lane. You don't have to worry about that evade at all. No, you can spend however you want, as long as you do all the difficulties. Yeah, Carl, that's what I'm now having to face. Is like I got to do all those difficulties, and I want the rewards from the from this basically. I mean, because they get really good.
Yeah. Well, and maxing out all of them also means that like your worst case is you get a bunch of extra cav crystals. So that's probably going to be. I'm probably going to do an opening with that. Yeah, maybe I will. Hopefully the feature isn't let down as a highlight.
So, I mean, that's what's weird, right? Is like, I know in thumbnails, it's always nice to write like, I personally don't write CEO, but I totally get why people do it. But like great luck or one new, like I get it. Like as someone who views YouTube and enjoys watching YouTube, that gets my attention. But I also think there's something too, like I got a really bad pool. You know, I don't know. I show every single opening. I always hesitate to say like I always do something because, you know, there's that one time you don't remember. But I think there's something to show in the bad stuff too. But I get it, you know, like.
Yeah, I'm not against it. The only reason I didn't do a season rewards opening this time was because I think I was just busy, and like by the time I would have gotten around to it, it was like, hey, here's my season rewards. They weren't good. I opened them a week and 3 days ago.
Like, yeah, I hear you. Just different personalities which come out in the channel too. Because I would have been like, that's right, back-to-back masters. You know?
Yeah, I did very much enjoy my last war of the season. Like having Reed, Killmonger, and Venompool be the final one was just like chef's kiss. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, that's one of my favorite things. If you weren't watching, you wouldn't know. But like playing MCoC like casually, you know, like non-war style, where you're like, I'm pretty sure I've got the spacing right. I'm going to try this heavy after their special, you know?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter if you get it wrong.
Right. Hey, Spunkin. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, what's up, man? Welcome.
And Red Hat says, got 6-star Cersei from the Cavalier Crystals. Congrats. Does she need to be duped? I took her to rank 3 without it. It doesn't affect her base damage output or her healing all that much. It doesn't really affect her ability to turn off abilities with glancing. So not really, but I do think it makes her rotation a little bit smoother. So I might be a little slower to rank her up without it.
It's been a really big topic for us in the rankings chat the last couple of months. Because our initial thought on testing her was, yeah, she needed it. And we thought maybe even the high sig. And that was like the designation she had been given. And then I think Campo did his video, right? And then DL, I know you've tested her thoroughly too. And it was like, no, actually, based on where she was ranked, we didn't think she needed the high sig for sure. So.
I think there's some great cheese applications for her with high sig.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to come up that much.
Trying to think through this fight. Yeah. I think Domino should be able to get him down before his power game becomes a problem. I'm still not used to that elongated stun she gets.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean.
Let's throw the SP3.
Yeah, I haven't fully figured that out myself yet, Eduardo. Like, I think I'm going to focus on the T5B in Legendary because the 6-star shards are pitiful. But I'm not 100% sure.
I love Domino. When she works, dude.
Yeah.
You know, his tenacity, is it only non-damaging debuffs, or will he shrug damaging debuffs too? I can never remember.
Yeah, it's only non-damaging.
Okay.
Sometimes damaging debuffs will put it into cooldown, which is why I fight him a certain way with Claire. I do end in mediums, but he won't shrug them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to work that way. But
yeah, there's nothing that would make you think it would. But hey, if that's how it is,
yeah, it makes Claire better against him. So I'm not complaining.
So this was one of the matchups. I was pretty close to quitting this game. I'm gonna mess that up. This is quite a few maps ago, guys. It was lane 4. And I did not want him to... Her double hit's not helping me right now. I'm not sure what to do here. Yeah, once I got in trouble, Anyways, I should have just stuck with the heavies. But that was one of the matchups got in. It was the old lane 4, and thing was just such a problem. And like people in my alliance were retiring over it. And it took Domino up to like whatever the highest rank was at the time. I think it was 5 stars. And her and this team would just demolish it for me. It was so cool. It was so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's part of why I like her so much. Like you have these champions that you develop like fond feelings for.
Right.
That was one of them. All right. In theory, this should be a really good matchup.
Yeah, the only thing you have to be aware of is that when he has a debuff, so like the incinerates, if you hit into his block, it doesn't always give him a rock stack. I say that as it happens 5 times in a row, but whatever.
So that's why I actually don't like. Jeez, man, I am just mismanaging his rock stacks so bad. That's why I actually don't like bleed champions against him. I like knowing exactly what's going to happen when I'm trying to manage a fight of like this duration.
I completely agree. It's actually why when he first came out, and Mole Man was a big defender, everybody was like, just use a mutant against him. It makes him less likely to shrug. And I'm like, okay, but there's still a 25% chance you get smacked in the face.
Yeah.
I actually preferred fighting him with like somebody like Hyperion and just heavy countering.
Yep.
And just knowing he was going to shrug every single thing and either playing him stun immune or sending him into frenzy intentionally.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's like some incredibly quick twitch. Like I'm curious if MP Blaze is still there. I'm curious how he is, because I would assume he's got insane.
He's faster than us.
I'm assuming he is. I mean, just based on watching his videos and things like that, you know, like I see what he does. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll be terrified in the end. I want to take Shang-Chi to R5. Your Vince can be bad. Nice. Shang-Chi's so good, dude. The thing is like if you keep in mind what the Wushu strikes do and then like where you are in the fight with them. I think that's one of the biggest things with him is you get confused or you'll forget if you've already used one of them or not. And then you'll go to use one. Like you go to use your unblockable or your stun when you've already used them. It's not good. Yeah, it turns out really, really bad. Sam's got an R3 Massacre. DL, you do too. I should consider that. I should consider it.
He's absolutely a ton of fun, and he lets you run the Venompool Massacre Reed team, which is really, really good.
And I love Venompool, and I've already got Reed at Art Rank 3. Arl, yeah, that's Void for me. Was my main war attacker for many seasons, especially for... Dude, those were the days. That was like, I don't want to say the apex, but that was one of the heights of this game. Was when Iron Man Infinity War first came out, and the time we all spent trying to figure out how to attack this guy on various nodes and things like that.
Blaze, one of my most embarrassing memories.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I in the very, very beginning, I was like, I like using Proxima because she could parry his hits, right? Yeah, there's a reason I had to have liked using her. And so, like, I never enjoyed using Proxima, but that I enjoyed using her for that fight. Blaze, the question was, when you're fighting Thing, do you like using champions that cause bleed? And I was saying I don't, because I like to know what's going to happen with his rock stacks when I hit his block or him. I like to know if they're going to land or not. So I guess it could be like ability accuracy champions could apply there too.
Yeah, and the other example I mentioned was like I prefer actually using non-mutants against Mole Man unless I'm using Apocalypse, because I'd like prefer knowing exactly how much and when he's going to shrug. I just don't trust my quick reactions. Carl also has a rank 3 Massacre. Awesome. I think if I'm remembering how you phrased it, MP saying he doesn't prefer bleed champions, but does like Ronin. For Thing.
Okay.
And that does make sense. I've taken down several things with Ronins on my alt account. Ronin is really growing on me.
I feel like the Spider-Man is playing at like 3 times speed. Jeez Louise. Like, I'm not surprised I got hit by that. I think I'm also just getting a little tired.
Oof. Yeah, I think if this variant did not have the healing I'm not sure I would have completed it. Because that just really makes a lot of things less frustrating.
Does the tier 5 basic that come from the initial completion or the exploration?
I think all of the 6-star resources are from the initial completion, which is one of the reasons I waited so long to go back and actually finish it. Because it's basically just like gold and 5-star resources. Yeah, I do know what you mean, Blaze. Like, if you have a reliable enough bleed champion, and I would put Ronan in that category, then it's almost like you've turned off that ability for Thing entirely. People who only have some bleeds, I don't like using.
Well, Venom Pool was awesome for that. Wow, that was incredible.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, thanks. I was happy to survive because I really was just like, wow, he feels like he's moving at 3 times speed. Obviously, he wasn't. So I was not surprised when I got hit by that SP2 at all. But I didn't want to have to do the fight over.
Oh, I was wrong. There are 2 more T5B from exploration.
Really? That's actually what I'm going to look at now. So I'm going to try to figure out if I want to. Yeah, I mean, and I'm on such a drought of tier 5B. I'll probably try to slowly work through this. Although I have a feeling that very, very soon we're all going to have a lot of content to make our way through. It just something's telling me. Jeez. You know, guys, I had intended to go a little farther, but I'm seeing the time and I can tell I need to eat and then go pick up one of my daughters on Wednesday to get out of school early. So I think I'm going to call it. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I know we did a lot of stuff today, threw a lot in here. DL, thanks for being on the call, man.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for all the members. We got some new members today. Carl, thank you so much for being here. OG Highline. I know there was other members in the chat. I apologize. Like I said, I'm getting a little tired. And Jay Fizzle for that incredible donation. And we had one earlier too. Thank you so much, everybody. And DL, anything to add?
No, excited for season. Excited for the hopefully upcoming 7.4 announcement.
Yeah. I think I misspoke at some point in there. And like I said, I can tell it's time for me to go. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll be back hopefully next Wednesday with some more streaming. Take care. Bye-bye.